Hello everyone, James Wilson here, and I just want to do a quick video on my Senate prediction for 2022. Now a lot can change in a few months, but I'm going to give you a prediction on how I feel that this is going to go. And this is going to be a quick video because I have a lot of stuff to do tonight. I'm going on a big trip tomorrow, But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and give you my prediction on who I think is going to win the Senate. And this is a general prediction. I look at the betting odds, I look at the polls, I look at kind of how I feel about everything and how I feel it's going to go in the next few months. I will tell you this, that the Democrats are trying to pull everything that they can to lower the gas prices so people can vote Democrat, okay? And the media is going against some certain Republicans, are hitting them hard. And then you have the mask ordeal now coming back in certain areas because they want mail-in voting. They want mail-in voting. They want it to go back to the way it was so more idiots can get out there and vote. That's why they're bringing out these masks. But it's so interesting that over the summertime, that quote-unquote more people are getting COVID now. You know, I find that very interesting. But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started with my prediction. You have the virus and you have the media. They're going to try to prolong this virus as much as they can, okay? And I'm just letting you know that. All right, so let's go ahead and start with certain states that I think would go a certain way, and I explain why. New Hampshire is a Democratic state. It's going to go Democrat, okay? And there's no ifs or buts about it. They say, oh, it's Republican, Libertarian, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, they're going to vote for the Democratic candidate. On the flip side of it, I feel that Florida's going to vote Republican. Okay, I think Marco Rubio's running for re-election. He's going to win easily. They know what they're doing down there. North Carolina, same thing. I think the Republican is going to win as well. Now let's take a look at the state of Pennsylvania. Oz versus Fetterman. When you look at, I do a lot of statistics and data. Fetterman is up now. He's leading everything. And the betting odds are for him as well. And they just haven't learned their lesson up there, you know. So Oz won a very, very tight primary. And Fetterman won it with ease. When you have certain situations like that, a lot of the time, the person that won it with ease wins the election. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Fetterman. Next, the state of Ohio. I feel that it's going to go Republican. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because I believe it's a red state now. I believe it's turning red. And then let's go ahead and talk about Wisconsin. Culturally speaking, I believe that the state's going to flip on the Republican side. I believe the Republicans are going to win the state of Wisconsin. And I believe that the governor's going to lose as well. This is shifting towards the right. Michigan, with their governor, not so much. But Wisconsin is shifting to the right. And let's talk about these other states here now. It's going to get very, very interesting. In the state of Georgia, the Republicans actually losing. It's the football player, Herschel Walker. The media is hitting them extremely hard. And you know how the voters are, folks. They don't care if gas is $10 a gallon. So I believe that Walker's probably going to end up losing that race, but it's a tight race. I believe it's going to go down to the wire. and they may stop counting at 11 o'clock. You know how that goes, right? So anyways, I do believe that the Democrats going to win by a slight margin. Now let's move on to the state of Arizona and Nevada. These are tough states to predict, but Nevada, in my opinion, is easier to predict. And let me explain to you why. It's called Joe Holder, the mail-in voter. I told you this a million times, okay? When you have mail-ins, it's going to be harder for the Republicans to win. Now, Utah is just a complete Republican state. And I remember in 2000 and 2004, it voted Republican like the second or third highest. And now it's more competitive than these states here, you know? But it's because of mail-ins, folks. It has nothing to do with the candidates. It has nothing to do with anything else. Joe Holder, the mail-in voter, they're going to do lots and lots of ballot harvesting, and they're going to get those ballots because they mail everyone a ballot, folks. That's what happens. When you mail everyone a ballot, you're going to get these harvesters, you're going to get these mules that show up in the ballot boxes and the ballot polls, blah, 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 yada, 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 and they're going to be prepared to vote Democrat, okay? So this leads up to Arizona, and this is probably the toughest state for me to predict. I really hope it goes red, folks, because it's just going to come out down to this state. But when you have Georgia, Nevada, Pennsylvania all going blue, it's tough. It's very, very, very tough. But at this point in time, I think it's going to go Democratic. And the reason why I think it's going to go Democratic is because everyone else is going Democratic, okay? And there's already a Democrat in that seat. So that can change, but I'm looking at a 51-49 Democratic control. So with that being said, for West Virginia, Manchin's vote won't matter. If all the Democrats vote one way, it's not going to matter. So it's supposed to be a red wave, but politics isn't the same as it was before. They're trying to get all the idiots out there to vote. There's going to be a higher voter turnout. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but the state of Illinois, when Obama won in 2008, in 2010, it actually went for the Republican candidate. But when you actually look at the turnout was extremely low. And in 2010, the turnout was extremely low overall. You guys have to understand that the turnout was low. The turnout's not going to be as low. It'll be lower than the presidential election, but it's not going to be low, folks. Not like 2010. It doesn't matter the abortion or not. I'm not really sure about the abortion deal, but they'll come up with something else, or they'll come up with COVID, or they'll come up with something else to win. The Democrats are much smarter than they were before. They're not going to do a straight up election. Everyone shows up to vote with an ID. They're not going to do that anymore. They're going to find other ways to win. They're going to win. It is what it is. I just feel like the state of Wisconsin's a little bit more fairer on the elections. I really do hope that Georgia goes Republican. I mean, it could go Republican. Arizona could go Republican, and so is Nevada. These three could go Republican. I just don't see it at this point. So this is my prediction. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Like and subscribe to my channel. Any comments would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.